UFC 286 is in the books. In the main event, we had Leon Edwards defending his welterweight title in a trilogy against the former champ Kamaru Usman. Leon Edwards had knocked out Usman in their last meeting, but the whole narrative was that Usman was dominating the whole fight and Leon found the right shot at the right time. It was also deemed as a lucky headshot by some in the audiences. In the pre-fight conference, Usman alluded to the fact that he was the better fighter in both the fights, and deep down, Leon knows it as well. So Leon Edwards had a lot to prove this time around. He was fighting before his home crowd in London, which was both motivational and pressurizing at the same time. In their last fight, altitude played a huge factor, according to Leon. And so, now in London, in front of his home crowd, he would have no excuses. The fight began in a similar fashion like the second fight. Leon looked sharp, but also nervous at the same time. His attack focused on the legs of Usman, and right from the outset, he kept kicking the legs. Kamaru had a hard time pressing Leon against the cage, and even when he did, he couldn't take him down. Leon won the first round like he did in the second fight. The second round was close, with Usman pressing the action and landing shots of his own. At one point of time, Leon was against the cage and Usman complained of having his hands in his gloves. Herb Dean was proactive and warned Leon. Leon was nervous and landed an inadvertent nut shot as well. But he was the one landing the cleaner shots. Usman took him down briefly, but he managed to get up. In the third round, Usman landed a beautiful takedown of a single leg, and Leon, in his eagerness to get up, illegally used the fence. Herb Dean deducted a point of him. The round was close, but despite Leon having won the first two, a 10-8 round meant that it was even going into the championship rounds. In rounds 4 and 4, Leon Edwards landed the cleaner and crisper shots. His takedown defense was impeccable, and his kicks found his mark. His body kicks and his uppercut hurt Usman, and clearly he had done enough to retain his title. At best it would have been a draw. However, he won a majority decision and deservedly had his hands raised. He clearly won the most of the rounds against Kamaru Usman. In the co-main event, it was Justin Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev. This was supposed to be violent and it delivered just as advertised. Fiziev hadn't fought anyone as highly ranked as Gaethje, and Gaethje hadn't fought anyone as fast as Fiziev. Justin had a hard time coming in terms with the pace of Fiziev, but for once he remained calm and calculated throughout the fight. Gaethje landed a few leg kicks, but Fiziev had his footwork prevented him from landing the clear shots and finding his range. Fiziev was also finding his range with his own kicks, and he hurt Gaethje in the first round. However, Justin adjusted and landed shots of his own. His jab turned out to be the difference maker, and the uppercuts that he landed on Fiziev in the third round would have knocked most people out. Fiziev's face was left bloodied, and the damage of Justin's punches were evident. Gaethje even landed a takedown of his own at the end of the third round to secure his victory. As usual, this fight was declared the fight of the night, 50k each. In the welterweight bout, Gunnar Nelson was victorious in his comeback as he submitted Bryan Barbarena in the first round itself. Marvin Vettori also managed to get a win against Roman Dolidze and get back into contention. UFC 286 delivered, and it was a great night of fights. Let me know in the comment sections what you feel, and if you like the content, please like and subscribe to the channel.